Here we go.
Happy Friday.
Mr. Happy Friday. Bear with us because we are live in Eth Denver and we don't know what we're doing when we do this. We're so used to being remote that now we're using all different equipment. We're in a different place. We got issues. So I just realized something too. We need a background. No, because we have our own background. So one moment, please, while we show you our setup. It's pretty funny because hopefully the folks back here at where we're staying don't mind, but we put something on the wall. But actually, I'm just going to leave it as is for now. We'll show you later. We'll show you a picture later. But we're excited. We've been in Eth Denver. I've been here since Wednesday. Adrienne got here yesterday. We've been doing all the things. We're going to talk to you about all of that in just a little bit. We want to start with a couple other news items from the Farcaster ecosystem. And first up, we've got hey babe, wake up, new rainbow reaction activated. Guess Mike Damaris, aka Mike Rainbow, finally convinced them. So love it. And this is the new, if you type in at rainbow or you put the little rainbow icon, you get a little rainbow reaction. And I did make a note here that GM Farcaster also had their own GM reaction since day one. So if you know, you know. There you go. So we've always had our GM. So
That's for us.
it was just for us. Yeah, it was just for us. Next up, we're going to talk about Degen. So the Degen claim for airdrop 2 has gone up and the tips have changed a little bit. So a little update. Degen update. This is from Jacek. Starting tomorrow, only those with 10,000 plus Degen in Farcaster connected wallets will receive tip allowances. You can still receive Degen with a zero balance. Shout out to our hodlers. Through the Degen winter, your loyalty hasn't gone unnoticed. We're committed to building Degen for the long haul. So what this means is you can receive a Degen tip, but if you want to tip others, you have to have at least 10,000 Degen in your wallet. So don't go selling it all. You're going to need it if you want to tip people. If you don't want to tip people, then I mean, if you're like that, you can be you, but I like to tip people. Which we know this. This is just my way.
You're the gifter.
I'm the gifter. I like to gift. Speaking of gifts, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. One more note before we move on. This is so weird. This is like really weird to be in the same room. We touch you. She was off camera. I totally have to get rid of my background. I can't figure out how to do it. Less than 24 hours to get your prop in. This is for BuilderDAO. And we have a fun prop house going on. We're going to be launching BuilderDAO, moving it to base next week is our launch for that. And if you want to contribute something to that, you can put a prop in over at prop house. The link is in that cast. And it can be anything that would promote BuilderDAO moving to base. So that is up today. Is your last chance. So if you're interested, please jump on that immediately. And Adrienne, we have to talk about something very important.
And what's that?
Apparently, you won a dunk contest now, which is very interesting. Since you're like, I don't know, 5-0. This might be the only dunk contest you've ever won.
I'm a little over 5 feet tall. I actually can't dunk in real life. And if you follow me on socials, you know I'm not a dunker. And I don't do any sort of dunking.
So explain the dunk contest, if you would, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, so Pinata put out a new frame builder.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. But they're playing with frames. So
playing with frames.
Doing a lot with Farcaster frames and APIs. And it's a new game, March Madness, a little ahead of, I think, the actual March Madness tournament.
A little bit. Yeah.
You could choose 4 teams, play a little game, shoot your shot, and
the team options were, so this is from Polluter of Minds, who is Pinata. It's not quite March Madness. We couldn't wait. Let's play basketball. Choose your team. Try to shoot as close to 3 seconds as you can. Game resets every hour. Team options are Adrienne, Woj, DF, and Alves Di Chiago. I don't even know that. Did you meet?
I haven't met him in person, but we follow each other.
So Adrienne, tell me, how did this work out?
I crushed.
She's looking at
crushed the competition is, I think,
crushed it.
I just crushed it.
Let me give you a
Thank
little,
you,
I want to give you
thank
little
you,
hints.
and just thank you, Team Adrienne, who really rallied for me because I was trying to play. I was on the airplane.
On the airplane. Played on the
I was being
airplane and
committed.
won.
No, but I was somehow, I think, because of the Wi-Fi was so slow, you had to try to shoot exactly at 3 seconds, and then it would give you a sort. My timing was I was like hitting at 14 seconds because it
Ooh.
was so slow, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, but I had a team that rallied for me.
There you go. Here's the thing, little hint. Like I realize Woj is a big one. Like he's usually hard to beat, and he came in second, but never bet against Adrian. Ever. Like we were just talking this morning. If Pearl ever does a prop versus Adrian, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bet on Adrian. Not even going to bet. I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. I'm very competitive, but I'm going to bet on her because I'm pretty sure that
I
she's going to win. So there you go. But that was pretty awesome. This
There
is
was
very
also a
cool.
prediction market. So I think separate from the game, at Spencer was putting out a prediction market. So I actually was like, fun little game. I'll play a little bit. And as soon as I saw that the entire market went for Woj and not me, it was like, we're not gonna allow that to happen. So
God. So yeah, I'm just showing all these different tweets, and then we got to talk about. Let's talk about Eth Denver. So we've been here since I've been here since Wednesday. Adrian got here yesterday. Wednesday, I was at Pizza DAO. That was incredible. I'm going to show a little bit of that. That was amazing. We had a whole activation there for little nouns and nouns, and had we had somebody from NARS DAO, which is the skateboarding DAO, jumping over pizza box stacks. So that was pretty cool. You can find those videos. I'm not going to show them right now, but you can find them on my cast. And then yesterday I had a fabulous breakfast that you missed. Sorry, you were on a plane. With links, and then Grace and Erica and Oxford. So shout out to all of you. That was fantastic. That was probably one of my favorite things so far is just hanging. I spent a little bit more time with Grace, hanging out, having some coffee and tea, and chatting about all things unlonely. And it was amazing. It's so great to connect with other Farcaster folks. And then I went to a Nouns event and saw some other Farcaster folks there, like Chris Corella and Justin On and Kevin and Joe. So there was a whole bunch of people there. So that was amazing. And what were you doing last night?
flew in yesterday. We went to the main event,
Yep.
picked up our dono badges, walked the
Well,
floor,
yes, yeah,
said hello to a few people, and then I met up with KMAC and we went to the Coinbase
amazing,
/ Dynamic happy hour
amazing.
and saw Spid and a few others. Oh, and I actually activated someone who's been on Farcaster but not posting.
Great.
So I casted about that. So we're trying to get all the lurkers to come out at joints.
By the way,
Okay.
Google's mad at me because it's like you're alone in this call. Like I'm not. I'm not. She's just right here. It's like, are you still
why
there?
are you?
It's still there. Google like doesn't understand what's happening today. GM Farcaster. We're here. I probably could have just used the direct
You know
camera.
who-
I didn't even think about
You
that.
know who's not bothering us about that? I'm lonely.
I'm lonely. No, I know. They're fantastic. I know. We should have just went
recording?
direct. I am recording. No, recording. Everything's great. It's all great, but I should have just done a direct camera. Anyway, we're learning. We're learning. This is the first time we've done it where we're both in the same room. But that's
This is
amazing.
weird.
My favorite. It's so
weird.
Don't watch this one. I'm just kidding. So let's watch this one. It's fun. So
Sorry, I have a question for the people in the chat.
yes,
Do you guys think this is a virtual background?
no, it is a virtual background still. I didn't change it yet. I couldn't change it. Let's just like that.
We'll send a picture. It's a real background.
No, it's not.
All right. This is embarrassing. Back to the news. Let's back to the news.
I'm so bad at this today. Normally we're great. We're just not good at being in person. So you met a few other people, or Dewufi actually posted this. This is amazing. And then you met Beta Shop too, I think. Did you meet Beta Shop?
No.
Or no, not yet. Okay. So Beta Shop out here onboarding the whole city. He's wearing a t-shirt with a QR code to his Farcaster account. Is that what's going on?
Yes, it's amazing.
Amazing. So you can find him very easily, as opposed to having to open up your QR code on your phone. So that's
It's
fantastic.
like so big and center.
So amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Beta Shop. And then you were hanging last night with this was Amity. and
Yeah.
KMFE at the Coinbase Dynamic event about the future of sports on chain. So that's pretty awesome. And then I love
And I guess Itai as well.
And
Itai is the founder of Dynamic.
fantastic. And then Spencer made a comment here, crazy that you dominated Super Dunk today's typing on a plane, which I thought that was,
Yeah, but we already established it's not crazy.
it's not crazy. Oh, you don't
We already
understand.
established I don't lose.
You don't understand.
It's all good.
And then this Farcaster client support group picture was so cute. Loved it. A whole bunch of fun folks in here. This was Jpren, Stefan Sill, Eiling, Matthew, and Bill ZH. And that was a meetup. And then apparently, Adrienne, I don't know if you're aware, there was some kind of secret meetup last night
Oh,
with Cameron and a few other and Dewufi. And we I'm just saying.
I didn't. Aristocracy did not get official invites.
We were not, and this proves, but once and for all, we are not in the Faristocracy.
That's right.
We were not invited to said meetup. So there you go, Cameron.
So I think it was
Let's chat. I'm just kidding. This is all joke.
yeah, Cameron actually. I
Just you.
don't even think
Cameron.
it's just you, Cameron. Oh, we're going.
We're blaming Cameron.
Cameron.
Totally blaming Cameron for this.
I'm pretty sure it was called unofficial meetup.
Unofficial meetup, but officially we were unofficial.
I think it was organized on the public feed, so it's shame on us for not knowing.
Maybe, but somebody could have pinged us. I'm just kidding, but I think that's awesome. There's a bunch of photos. We're going to try and pull all of those and put them in the show notes of all the folks who are doing fun things at Eth Denver.
I love our chat today. Brian also said he wasn't invited, but I just have to say, but I just have to say, Brian, I thought you casted something about the Unlonely House and not letting people know where it was. So I feel like that's karma.
And we weren't invited to the Unlonely House. We're like the only regular. Hi, your most regular show, and only we weren't.
This is getting awkward.
I'm just kidding. So it's to the kids, like invite us, and we're not coming anyway. We're in bed by 9. Come on.
Oh my God, there's a Koopa Troopa DJ event tonight. It starts at 10 o'clock.
It's the 10. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a talk about this. We have a little chat. Kiddos. Listen. Any event that you're inviting us that starts at 10 o'clock, we're not going. We're just not. We're just. It's not happening. We're going. Yeah. Last night it was like I have to leave. It was 10 o'clock and I'm like I'm done. I'm tired. It's actually midnight and I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Also, the time change. It's the time change. It's not because I'm old.
No, it's because I'm old. 10 o'clock is like I want to be home in bed, done. But it sounds amazing. So
okay,
are you guys? They're going to be streaming it. However, they're going to be streaming that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to be there on our computers.
Yeah,
in the chat. Be there.
Okay, hot off the press. He's also doing a DJ AMA at 2 p.m. today.
Amazing. So that's going to be on Unlonely.
And we just got a shout for our shirts. So thank you for noticing.
By the way, yes, our GM Farcaster shirts. I think they're backwards right now because
whatever.
Google. But yeah. But speaking of the shirts, yes, do you want to give a little alpha for tomorrow's event? So we have our own little event tomorrow morning. Hopefully you're registered if you're watching this and you're in Denver. I think there might be some spots available. I haven't checked today, but there may not. But if not, just DM me and I'll see if we can still make it work. We're going to be at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and you can go RSVP, look at it. It's pinned to the GM Farcaster channel to be able to see where the location is. And it's going to be really fun. It's brunch, it's karaoke, it's so hangover brunch with karaoke, ping pong, pool tables, arcade games, a giant Scrabble board, and these fabulous shirts. But what do you have to do? What do you have to do to get the shirt?
You got to sing.
You got to sing. You got to sing for a shirt. You're not getting the shirt unless you sing. So it doesn't have to be good. And we're not going to stream the singing. I'm making this very clear right now. There will be no streaming or video of any singing so that everybody's comfortable unless the person wants to be recorded.
Yes, by consent only.
Consent. It's very important.
What is sung at GM Farcaster brunch stays.
GM Farcaster brunch. And by the way, I will also have these fabulous tattoos, my little temporary tattoos. So we've got a Dan tattoo, by the way. Dan's PFP. Dan is not at Eth Denver, but you know who is his PFP tattoo. So if you want those, you're going to have to be at our little brunch. And if we have any extra, we'll be bringing them to event,
Yes.
which will be tomorrow evening, which also is nicely, I think it's like 5 to 10 or something. Nice and perfect
Purple
timing.
knows what's up.
Yeah, because we're old. And they're like, old people, we're going to set this time for you. And then, all the youngins can go to wherever they go rave, whatever you do these sorts of things these days. Okay, we are almost out of time, even though we started a little late. I do want to shout out a few more things. Nouns has been crushing it at Eth Denver. It's been amazing. We had the Pizza DAO event. We had an event last night, a social event. The big thing is, which if you do not know this yet, within the venue, and I'm showing the chocolate bars on the screen right now, within the venue, there is a vending machine. It has a Nouns gnome on it on the side. You cannot miss it. It is in the main part of the venue near the big main stage. And it's free. I think there's free water in there. There's a bunch of free things if you have the Willy Wonka NFT, I believe, or certain NFTs. It's a crypto enabled one. And you can get a chocolate bar for $3. In that chocolate bar is maybe a golden ticket to win. I think it's 1 ETH or something crazy like that. So go check that out. Go find the vending machine. And we're also going to be doing Nouns Funds Community on the stage in the Bidler area, Bidler Hub, later tonight. I think that's at 7. And we had such a fun time last night at Nouns Funds Creators. And this was the amazing art that everyone was contributing to. Denver Walls was the main artist who put this together, and then everyone could graffiti it. There is a little GM Farcaster little penguin on there as part of the art. And also Brett Draws Stuff did this amazing melted snowman for Jesse Pollock, if you don't know, is the snowman nouns holder. So this is a little shout out to Jesse's melting snowman. And again, later today in the podcast area, we are going to be interviewing a few folks from Farcaster, including Matthew B. and Briley, who are from Juicebox, and we're going to be chatting with them about the Tornado Cash crowdfund that they've been doing. Jesse Pollock from Base, DeWoofy. Do you know that DeWoofy guy? Have you heard him? He seems like a cool guy. I've heard of him a little bit. I don't know. We should really try and get him in our chat, or maybe something. Yeah. Sometime. Then we have this guy Brian. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's building something called Unlonely.
Don't know, but he sounds totally stable.
Yeah, that should go great. And then Chris Corella from Charmverse. We're gonna actually talk with him about Charmverse, and we're gonna have a special announcement with Chris as well that you'll get a chance to hear back later today. And then Polluter Minds from Pinata is going to be sitting down with us, and then DF is going to swing by and talk to us about his chat. He was on one of the stages at Eth Denver talking about open frames. So that's going to be later today, but we're not going to stream it live because we looked at the podcast area yesterday. We're like, we're just going to record. They have a great setup, but it's really made for recording. We're going to record it later today. We're going to drop it with all those interviews, and they're going to be really fast. We're going to have people just coming in and out, 15-minute interviews. We're going to have one sitting down as the other one's leaving, boom, 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 and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll see that later today. And that is it. And then tomorrow we're going to see hopefully lots of you. So we're going to go right now from here to the venue. We're going to drop this episode later today as well. So for those of you who are live, you got all kinds of alpha today. So it pays to be live.
Yes, it does.
It pays to be live.
And thank you, chatters. Like, I thought this was our worst episode.
Oh my God.
And I apologize because this will now be immutable, unchanged. I think I'm dead. But the chatter said we had good energy and it was the most fun episode for them. So,
okay. The chat saves us every time. I swear to God, you don't know how much we love you. We're going to show you tomorrow how much we love you by buying you brunch.
Yes.
Buying you brunch because we love you. And we have lots of fun announcements we'll be talking about tomorrow live at our events, both at the GM Farcaster event and the Purple Farcaster meetup later that day, about where we're going next with the GM Farcaster network. It's a network now. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know? Did you hear? Have you heard?
Now
you know. Now you know. So more coming. We've been sort of chatting. We've been telling a few people. A few people are in the know already, but we're going to talk about it more while we're around tomorrow live, and then you'll hear a bigger announcement next week.
I realize this is the kind of the way things leak out in crypto world. Like, there's never one formal announcement. It's just little hints along the way. So,
yeah.
GM Farcaster Network.
GM Farcaster Network.
Hmm.
More to come. And that's it for us today. Happy Friday. This has been fun. I don't know if we'll ever see this again in person. Oh, yes, we will. Oh, yes, we will. You know where? Nouns Cafe. God, we got to really get our shit together.
I know. We can't stop yet. It's episode 69.
It's perfect for a shit show.
Like, oh my God. Thank you all for
episode 69. And there we go.
We need to end it.
Episode 69 from Eth Denver. We're out. Happy Friday. And you know what else? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.